Most traders think their edge comes from finding better setups or faster execution. They're spending years hunting for the perfect strategy. Of course, having a good strategy that works is vital. But here's what's actually happening. Whilst they're building external edges, the traders who consistently profit are building something entirely different. It's an edge that doesn't degrade, that compounds over time. Most traders think strategy hopping or finding the perfect system will fix their inconsistency. They believe if they just study more charts, find better indicators, or premium tools, they'll finally achieve consistency. They're convinced their edge exists somewhere in the market in pattern recognition or faster execution, buying more courses. The reality is, what's actually happening, the ultimate trading edge is built internally, not externally found. Every successful trader has access to the same markets, the same price action, the same information, yet some extract consistent profits whilst others spiral through the same destructive cycles. The reason strategy hopping doesn't work is because your nervous system and subconscious programming determine whether you can execute any strategy. Let me repeat that. Your nervous system and subconscious programming determine whether you can execute any strategy. You can have the best system in the world, but if your internal system sabotages execution, that's it. Game over. When you don't understand this, you keep searching for better strategies while your internal system sabotages every single one. You watch other traders succeed with systems you've tried and failed with, and you're going, what am I doing wrong? You're exiting winners too early because your nervous system can't hold the discomfort of holding. You feel the compulsion to fix losing positions, knowing it's wrong, but unable to stop yourself. You spiral into negative cycles, watching yourself break every rule and feeling powerless. When you do understand this, you stop chasing external edges and start building the only edge that actually compounds. Your subconscious programming, your nervous system regulation, and your integrated identity. That's why the rest of this matters, because I'm going to show you the 3 layers of internal edge that separates consistent traders from everyone else, and how to build each layer so your edge compounds regardless of market conditions. Right now, you're operating with an internal system that wasn't designed for trading. Your subconscious programming was built from past experiences, most perhaps painful. Every blown account, every revenge trade, every time you watch yourself sabotaging a position. Your nervous system recorded these events and created protective patterns. Now those patterns run automatically. You see a winner running and your chest tightens. You feel the urge to lock in profits before the market takes them away. Am I right? You exit early again. Then you watch the position continue exactly as your analysis predicted, causing frustration once again. Now your subconscious is protecting you from the pain of losing. Or you take a loss, not even a significant one, but immediately that feeling rises. The compulsion to get the money back, to prove you're capable. You increase your size and you jump into trades that simply do not meet your plan. And you're spiraling. And you can see it happening, but you cannot stop it. Now, there's lots of advice, be more disciplined or follow your rules. Of course, there is some element to that. You need to be disciplined, but it goes a lot deeper. That advice assumes your conscious mind is in control. It's not. It's your nervous system. When your nervous system perceives threat, your rational brain is gone. No amount of rule following can override biology. Building your internal edge starts with understanding that you're updating your operating system. So the first layer is neuro rewiring. Your subconscious mind holds beliefs about yourself, about money, about your capability as a trader, and these beliefs formed from repeated experiences that you gave meaning to. If you have repeatedly exited winners too early, that's now programmed as your default response. And if you've repeatedly spiraled after losses, that pattern is encoded. Your subconscious mind simply isn't focused on your goals. It cares about running the patterns it knows. What needs to happen first is accessing these subconscious programs and rewiring them. Now, through techniques that work at the subconscious level, professional hypnosis, not stage hypnosis, EFT, which is an emotional freedom technique, visualization when it's done correctly. These tools access a part of your mind where behavior is generated. So when you start to rewrite limiting beliefs, something shifts. You take a loss and the compulsion to fix it doesn't arrive with the same intensity. You're creating space between trigger and response. That space is the beginning of your edge. So the second layer is your nervous system mastery. This is why some traders stay calm under pressure whilst others go on tilt. Your nervous system determines whether you can execute your plan when money is on the line. And I'm sure most of you have traded demo or paper and gone, I can do this easily. When you go to live money, it's day and night. Here's what happens without regulation. The market moves against you. Your heart rate spikes, your breathing becomes shallow, your body interprets this as life-threatening. Fight or flight is in. Now you're not trading, you're surviving. This is biological. You can't think your way out of this. I promise you. Learning to regulate your nervous system through breathwork, somatic work, or professional hypnosis can change everything. You train your body to recognize that a losing trade isn't a threat or danger. Your nervous system remains calm. Your rational mind remains accessible, and you can execute your plan even when you're feeling uncomfortable. You can execute your plan even when comfortable. Over time, you notice patterns changing. You're in a winning position that's running. The old discomfort arrives, but instead of exiting immediately, you observe it. You breathe through it and you stay in the trade. Your nervous system isn't hijacking your decision making anymore. You can even take 3 losses in a row. Previously, this would have triggered a spiral. Now, you may feel the frustration, but you don't act on it. You step away, you regulate, and you return when your system is calm. This is the edge most traders never build, because they're still fighting biology instead of training it. The third layer is identity integration. This is where everything compounds. Your identity determines your default behavior. If you identify yourself as someone who always messes up when it matters, your subconscious will create that reality for you. And if you identify as a trader who executes their plan regardless of emotional discomfort, your behavior will align automatically. Identity is the deep subconscious recognition of who you are. When your neuroprogramming supports this identity and your nervous system can maintain it under pressure, something remarkable happens. Execution becomes automatic. You follow your rules because that's who you are now. And the urge to revenge trade doesn't arrive. And you watch other traders succeed, and instead of spiraling into self-doubt, you feel good, you're confident, you trust yourself. Now, a few weeks or months from now, you're in a trade that's testing your patience. The old version of you would have exited already, locked in small profits and felt that relief, then watched it run without you. But now you're still in the position. The discomfort of holding doesn't trigger the same automatic response. Your nervous system is regulated, your subconscious programming supports staying in winners. Your identity as a trader who executes their plan is integrated. You trust yourself in ways you couldn't before because your internal system was rebuilt to support consistency. This is where it changes. Other traders are still searching for the holy grail strategy, whilst you're compounding an edge they'll never find externally. You see yourself differently now. You're a trader who executes under pressure. You trust your system and you build your edge that compounds rather than chasing edges that degrade it. Now, you came here thinking your edge existed perhaps in better setups or analysis. Now you understand the ultimate trading edge is built internally. Your subconscious programming, your nervous system regulation, your integrated identity. These 3 layers create an edge that doesn't reduce with market conditions. It compounds as you develop it. When you invest time and energy into building this internal edge, you stop fighting yourself and start executing like a professional trader. Subscribe for more content on subconscious, rewiring, and nervous system regulation. You can also subscribe and join the newsletter, and also visit Hypnosis for Traders Academy and find out about all of the courses or one-to-one sessions. So, this is how you build the ultimate trading edge. See you next time.